We have a lot of material related to the US election campaign, including related to Hillary Clinton's campaign, to the Clinton Foundation, and to the DNC.
And does it come from the same source, this leak or this hack, perhaps, as the other emails?
We don't. It's not a policy. We never discuss sources, ruling them out, ruling them in, etc., because we can play an elimination game to try and find out our sources. But suffice to say that there is intense interest in the US election, and it has been a driver for a number of interested people to submit material to the media, including Wikileaks.
If you're so fond of democracy, if this is about democracy, does it matter that the source of these emails, or the source of the hacking at least, is most likely from a country that doesn't take democracy very seriously, Russia, because that is what has been published?
Well, that's false. James Clapper, the head of US intelligence, has come out and said that they have no attribution in relation to who supplied WikiLeaks material. They're not certain as to motive, and there's our publications, and then there's various hacks that have occurred in the United States over the past 2 years from a wide variety of actors. And there has been a deliberate conflation by the Hillary Clinton campaign, of course, to try and distract from the revelations of rigging the nomination process to go, oh, look, Russia or something like that. But that's, from a journalistic point of view, we get this kind of things all the time. Whenever we publish about some major institution, they're always trying to make a distraction. But I think it is a serious claim by the Clinton campaign. Why do I say that? Well, because they have now said that an electoral candidate, Trump, is somehow an agent of the Russians. They've said another investigative publisher, The Intercept, is an agent of the Russians or stooge of the Russians. That WikiLeaks is. Even in the Bernie Sanders process, they tried to imply that. So this harkens back to a very grim period in US history of McCarthyism, where anyone you're politically opposed to, you say is an agent of a foreign government. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't this what it's about mostly? I mean, you've spoken about Hillary Clinton in the past many times. You don't want to see her even near the White House. You've made that very clear. Is this pure journalism, or is this also a personal vendetta? Because it sometimes seems like it.
No, WikiLeaks speaks about power. It is nothing to do with my personal position. I'm the editor of WikiLeaks. I have a professional responsibility. The organization.
But you said you've said that you like to crush bastards.
We would never not publish such information once we had verified it to be true.
You would publish it about the Trump campaign as well?
Of course. We would love to publish such information. Perhaps we will. You have to watch that space. But what's the allegation here? That CNN wouldn't publish it? That the New York Times wouldn't publish it? I think that's a very interesting question. And I actually think perhaps they wouldn't publish it. But sources trust that we will publish as long as it's of interest to the public.
In case a foreign government does interfere with US elections, wouldn't it be interesting for the public to know? Wouldn't they need to know?
Well, what we have here is proof that Hillary Clinton's campaign and the head of the Democratic Party did interfere with the US elections.
Yeah, but these can both be true. I mean,
four heads have rolled as a result. This question about countries spying on each other, we know, in fact, it is the United States National Security Agency that is the most aggressive spyer on other nations. And we have obtained evidence, which we will publish in due course, about US intelligence agencies interfering in European elections. So,
does that make this right, in case it's true? I mean,
yes, of course, it's an interesting question that people should look at.
Are you trying to influence the election result in the US?
we're doing as we always done. We're trying to educate our audience to understand how the world works in practice, so they can make their decisions as to what they want to do, including who they want to support, who they want to vote for, etc.